Hello, everybody. We're going to go ahead and do day one. For those of you who missed the day one of falling objects, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Go ahead and get your Unity Hub ready to go. Go to Schoology. You're going to go to this area right here. You're going to look for the zip file, .zip. So I'm going to click on it one time, and it's going to take me here. I'm going to click on the blue lettering. In order for me to download it, I want to download it to my desktop. So that's what I'm going to choose. You may not have this box. I have my computer set up to open up a dialog box like this. You might see it down here. So you might need to click it down there and it'll download automatically for you. I'm going to put mine in my desktop. Okay, so it's now here. I'm going to open it up. And when I open it up, uh, open up this file, and usually you should see a pink tab here because I have an updated Microsoft Windows 11. It's going to look a little different, but I'm looking for this extract all. Okay, so that's what you should be looking for too. Extract all. Click on that. It's going to ask you where do you want to save it. I want to save it to my desktop, so I'm going to double check and make sure I put it on my desktop. Select folder and extract. Once I extract it all, this window should come up and I should see two FO give to students. One of them has a zipper on it, one of them does not. Another way for me to double check that is for me to go into my actual desktop. Okay, my zipper, again, because I have Windows 11, is from side to side. Yours is going to be up and down. And the folder that I'm worried about is this one right here. You should see a folder without a zipper with the same name. I'm going to get rid of this one to avoid confusion. And then I'm going to open up this one to see what's in it. I should see in here backgrounds, objects, ships, and sounds. The file that I want to get rid of so I can avoid confusion is this JPG file, also known as JPEG. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And I'm going to leave myself with the PNG file. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and minimize that for right now because I don't need it right now. I'm going to go to my Unity Hub. I'm going to create a new project by clicking here. When I click here, I'm going to get these templates. I'm going to do a 2D core, and then I'm going to change my name here. Okay. You're going to put FO, capital FO for falling objects, underscore your name, first or last, I don't care, underscore P1, 2, 3, 5, 6, or 7, whatever class you belong to. Okay. And then you're going to hit create project and you're going to wait a little bit. I am going to go back to my projects because I already created it. I'm going to go ahead and click on here and it's going to open up. Takes approximately 3 to 5 minutes. All right, coming back. My Unity is up and running. So now I want to go ahead and drag the falling object sprite sheet that's located right here that we did not delete. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that over here. I'm going to drop it. And then I don't need this box anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of this. I don't need my Unity Hub anymore, so I'm going to get out of this. And I'm going to maximize this for you guys to see. So now a few things before I get started. I want to make sure that my main camera is at a size 5. So highlight, change to 15. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my game tab here. I'm going to look for the word free aspect, down arrow. I'm going to change the resolution to full HD 1920, just like that. And I'm going to go back to my scene. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work with my falling object list here. Right now, it only sees it at one big old sheet. So I want to, if you could see these little bitty sprites in there. Back in the old times, we used to be able to put a whole bunch of sprites on a sheet, and then we would be able to cut them out. Unfortunately, Unity has not updated stuff because we still have to cut these sheets out. So how do we do that? Well, let's bring that sheet into focus. We should be able to see it here. We're going to change the sprite mode from single to multiple. Okay, we're going to apply that right there. Next thing we need to do is bring up the sprite editor. Sprite editor looks like this. We need to make it a little bit bigger or a little wider so we can see that word slice. This is where we're gonna slice these sprites off the sheet. Okay, so we need to down arrow. We're looking for method. We do not want to delete existing. We want to just do it in a safe mode. Smart or safe mode works, but I prefer using safe mode. Then I'm going to hit the word slice. From there, we should notice that we have all the objects have been sliced from the sheet. We're going to hit apply, and then we're going to X out of here. So how do we know if we did it right? We're going to click on this arrow again, and we should see each individual shape that we had in that sheet. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring an object, the square right here, into my playing area. Okay, I'm going to close this down so you don't get confused. Next thing I want to do is set up my folders. I want to go ahead and put a folder in here. This folder is a script folder. Another folder I want to bring in or create is a sound folder. We're going to have a lot of sounds. All right, sounds. And then we're going to be making them prefabs. So we need a prefab folder. Okay. We're going to be having a couple of prefabs, not too many. So we need our prefab folder. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started by changing the name here to player one. Player, and I'm going to spell out one with a capital O. All right. Player one. Next thing I want to do is create a script for player one. So I'm going to go inside my script folder, double click, right click, create, C#. I'm going to name it player one, just like I did the other guy. All right, hit enter, and it should be good to go. All right, so, okay, it's updating. Bring that into highlight again. You can drag and place it here, or you can just do add component, scripts, and it should be right there. Okay, so now we've added it. So our objective for today is to make our player move left and right, left and right. Okay, so that's what we're going to do first. So let's go ahead and go here to our script and open that up. Ooh, nice new Visual Studios. I got the updated version, by the way, just so you know it's a little bit different from what you are used to. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to go inside my public class. I'm going to go ahead and add a public int, and I'm going to call it speed. Okay, close that out. I'm going to add the value to speed here, and that's going to equal, we're going to start off with 10 and close that out. All right, so the next thing we need to do is do what we call a transform translate. So we need to tell the system that we want to move that particular object, player one. So we need to go to the update because it needs to be constantly updating, and we are going to go ahead and start typing transform lowercase dot translate upper T. Okay. Oh, transform. See, there's a misspelling already. So make sure it is spelled correctly, just like I did. All right. All right. So what we're going to do now is do a open close parentheses, and we are going to start off with vector 3, capital V, dot right. Okay, so what we're letting it know is that we're going to be utilizing the vector 3, which is X, Y, and Z, and we are letting it know that to the right is positive. Okay, so we're also, and also is this symbol right here. So we're going to add vector3 right, and also, okay, and oh look, it's already coming up with suggestions. All right, I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm sorry. So it's vector3 dot right, and also we're gonna go to the input manager. So we need to let the system know that we need to go to the input manager, and we need to get the access of that. So it's dot get access. Okay. So what it's doing is it's going to go into the input manager and it's going to look for the parameters of get access. Now it doesn't know what parameters it needs to get, so we need to tell it to get the horizontal access. So horizontal, make sure it's spelled correctly. All right, then we need to come here outside, and also we need to add a time frame. We wanted to use the unity speed plus the speed that we're using. So that is written like so, time dot delta time. It's already there. So tab to accept. All right. We also need to add some speed to that, and we want to utilize this speed. So if you use a capital S, make sure you use a capital S down here, and also speed. Okay. And it's closed out now. And we should be good to go. And adding speed to our movement to our box. Okay, save this blue box here. Saves. Minimize so I can see. It's gonna take effect. It's gonna update. It's gonna look. Oh, good to go. Hit the play button, and I should be able to go left and right. Okay, right now we haven't put any barriers or added code to stop it from going past the limit. Okay, I also have not taken away uh, the W and the uh, okay, so W does not work, so because we're only working in the x-axis, that's what that right meant. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stop there. So this is what we did day one. Okay, for everybody that needs to catch up, make sure you catch up. So input manager, I just want to show you where that's at. That is located project settings. Input manager is located right here, and then we're gonna get the access. Notice this one's spelled differently than the one we have in the code. It's right there, get access. And we're using the vertical one, okay? Left and right, A and D are the only ones that work. W shouldn't work, and the S shouldn't work. All right, and that is it for today. X-axis, here it is, axis. All right. Oh, oops. X-axis. All right. Let me double check and make sure I didn't mess anything up. All right, all still good to go. All right. Go playing, file, save, and we are good to go. Any questions? Ask your teacher. Bye-bye.